Okay, Jason, all of you, can you hear me and see me? Okay, right.
Yes, yes.
Professor Prajak, Sawadika. Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So, Professor Prajak, okay. So, thank you. Oh, you look so nice. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's my biggest honor to introduce my dear colleague and also my good friend, Professor Prajak, to all of you for this afternoon's ISIC talk. Okay, Professor Prajak and his PhD in Innovation Management from Chulalongkorn University, as you guys might know, the top one in Thailand, equivalent to the Tsinghua University or Peking University in China. Okay, Professor Prajak, in the past years, he had advised or examined more than 100 master's and PhD students from China. Okay, he has rich experience to guide and to examine the Chinese students in thesis writing and thesis preparation, and especially from the research methodology. Okay, it's our biggest honor actually to have Professor Prajak to give us a public talk on the research methodology. I hope all of you, as our graduate and postgraduate students, pay your full attention to this afternoon's public talk. The opportunity is rare and precious. Okay, so at this point, please allow me to invite Professor Prajak to give all of you the talk. So Professor Prajak, thank you for your, acceptance, for your, participation in any programs at my institute. And the screen is yours. Okay, please enjoy, all of you guys. Okay, thank you.
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you. So I think my voice is clear, right?
Yes, quite clear.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, I would like to thank you, Dr. Liu, for inviting me for this public speaker. Okay, for public speaking about the research methodology for the graduate and postgraduate study. And thank you, Jason, for very nice cooperation and preparation for this online public speaking. So I hope this session will be beneficial for all participants today. Okay, and I would like to say, 学武好, 学武好 to all of you. And I don't know how many students in this room right now. Jason, we going to take a photo together first.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please ask all participants to turn on the camera.
Okay.
And then we can take a photo together.
打开一下摄像头，我们合个影。Everyone, open the camera, please. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Okay, let's take a photo for a second. Smile, everyone. Smile, everyone. Thank you. Let me save this file first. Okay, I hope everyone are ready for listens to how to write a good research paper for today. So if you are ready, you can send or write one in the chart. Okay, so I can know that you are ready. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so all of you are Chinese maybe? Okay.
Yes, sir. All students is Chinese, including me.
Yeah, so I try to use Google Translation, CIE. Anyway, when I was child, I study Chinese a little bit, but actually my daughter speaks Chinese very well, but not me. Anyway, I learned a little bit about the Chinese number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all for me. Okay, sorry for my accents if my Chinese and how to say pronunciation is not correct. Okay, anyway, I start the presentation right now. Okay. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Let me enlarge this one. Okay. Okay. It's clear,
Yes.
Jason?
Yes. I can see.
Okay. Good. So I think you are studying. All of you are studying the at the graduate level, and the most difficult things, the most difficult subjects for the master student is to write a graduate research. And I found that many students do not understand the structure of the research and don't know how to write a research. Okay, I think you can get this material on my PowerPoint from Jason's. I can give to you. No worry, I can give to you. You can go and read it again. Okay, you can go and read it again. Okay. Okay. So first of all, what we are going to learn today. Okay, please turn off your microphone, please. I think someone still turn on the microphone. Okay. Okay, these are the agendas for today. So when we are going to write a research paper, okay, we have to understand what is research and its purpose, the type of research, how you collected your data, questionnaire design and interview, reliability and validity. Okay, sorry, this is wrong. Validity. Okay, validity. So I will talk in detail later. Okay, how you analyze your data, any tool or material you use in your research, your rationale for choosing this method. Okay, let's move on to the first chapter. Okay, what is research and its purpose? Okay, so I write down here, research is defined as the creation of new knowledge. Okay, new knowledge and the use of existing knowledge in a new and creative way so as to generate new concept. Okay, new concept. Okay, use your existing knowledge. Okay, use your existing knowledge. Okay, because many students try to do a research on the topic that you don't have your experience, you don't have the knowledge. So that is very difficult for you to write a research from knowledge that you haven't studied before. Okay, so the research could include synthesis and analysis of previous research. So maybe you can use the previous research to the extent that it leads to new and creative outcome. It means that you don't to initiate or start from the scratch. You can use the previous research, okay, and extend it and add your new idea to new and creative outcome. So please write down the keyword. The research and its purpose is about the creation of new knowledge. Okay, I try to say in Chinese. Okay, the creation of new knowledge and use of existing knowledge. Okay, use of your existing knowledge, not advisor knowledge, your existing knowledge, okay, to generate new concept. Okay, so this is a keyword that I want to emphasize for this first slide. Okay. Okay, and you may synthesis and analysis of research to extend, yeah, this is the keyword. Use the previous research, okay, and create new and creative outcome. Okay, so this is the research purpose. Okay, don't copy. Okay, don't copy. Try to create a new knowledge. Try to use your existing knowledge to generate a new concept. Try to use a previous research to create a new and creative outcome. Okay, so what is research and its purpose again? Okay, so for summary, the purpose of research is to create a new knowledge systematically, okay? Not just a new knowledge, but should be systematically, okay? So study at the master level, you must have a structure in doing your research. So we call it systematically and enhance society by advancing knowledge through scientific theory, concept, and idea. A research purpose is made through forming hypotheses, collecting data, analyzing. Okay. So the keyword for this slide is create a knowledge systematically. Okay. Create a knowledge systematically. Okay. And what is a good research? What is a good research? Okay, say it again. systematic planning, setting time-based and realistic objective. Okay. First of all, you must prepare a systematic planning. Okay. It entails feasible research method based upon a research methodology that best suits the nature of your research question. It is built upon sufficient relevant data and is reproducible and replicable. Okay, you can read it again, no worry. Okay. So come to the first important part, the structure of the thesis or IS. IS is independent study. Okay, IS is independent study. So we are going to structure of the thesis and IS. Okay, we are going to study and understand it. Okay, IS not is, IS. Okay, so normally the thesis consists of 5 chapters. 5 chapters. Okay, remember thesis and IS consists of 5 chapters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. Okay, 5 is the structure of the thesis and IS. Okay, and for the chapter 1, okay, sorry, this for the chapter 1. Okay, include introduction, industry overview, problem statement, purpose of study, research hypothesis. Okay, this is the conditional. You may have or you may not have. But 1.6, benefits of research, scope of study, and future research. If you want to produce a very beautiful report, you must have all of these 8. Okay, all of these 8 items in your report in chapter 1. In chapter 1. Okay. Note down this 8 item. Okay, 8 section. Okay, 8 sections. Chapter 2. Okay, chapter 2. Okay, slowly, I will be slowly speaking. Chapter 2. Okay, Dear Chan. Okay, Dear Chan. Dear Chan is a literature review. Okay, a literature review. I think this is a very difficult part for a master's student who study English program, because you have to read a lot. You have to read a lot of paper. Okay, you have to make understanding of current research. In particular, in a particular field, before carrying out a new investigation or answering your objective of your study. Okay, you need to read and read. Okay, read and read. Conducting a literature review should enable you to find out what research has already been done and identify what is unknown within your topic. If you don't read the previous research or previous case study, I can say you cannot do the thesis. Okay, reading and reading will help you in carrying out a new investigation or answering your objective of your study. Without reading, no good master thesis. For sure. Okay, conducting a literature review should enable you to find out what research has already been done and identify what is unknown within your topic. Okay, and your literature review give reader an understanding of the scholarly research on your topic. You can find a gap in the literature or address a business. Okay, you are finding a gap in the literature or address a business or professional issue depending on your study program. Okay, so this is the most important thing in chapter 2. Okay, Chertchom. Okay, the most important in Chertchom, okay, is to find a gap in the literature or address a business or professional issue depending on your study program. And in this chapter, the literature review will illustrate how your research contributes to the scholarly conversation. Okay, so note down this one. Note down this one for the chapter 2. Okay, for the chapter 2. Okay, this is my summary. Okay, chapter 2 not just only review a literature review, you have to write down this one, the review framework. Okay, review framework will give the reader understand your variable, maybe dependent variable, maybe the independent variable that you want to prove. Okay, that you want to prove in your research, or you want to find what is the most effects factor, okay, an effective factor for your interesting topic. Okay, if you can draw a review framework, okay, you can see this symbol. Draw this one. Draw this one. Okay, draw this one. Sorry for a little bit delay for my computer. Okay, if you draw this one, it will help. It will help. I'm sorry. It will help the reader understand your whole literature review scope. Okay, and not just only the diagram. Not just only the diagram. You may provide table of literature review like this. Okay, this is sample of literature review. Okay, the author name, country, the research purpose, type of source, and summary point from the research that you did a review. Okay, these are the benefits of the table of literature review. The aim of developing this literature summary table is to provide the reader with the information at one glance. At one glance. Summary table of review in chapter 2, Chertchom. Its succinctly present its purpose, method, finding, and other relevant information pertinent to the review. Okay, it's provide the reader, not just only you, provide the reader. Okay, provide the reader at one glance. So sometimes when the reader come to your paper, they don't want to read all the paper. 100 pages. Maybe they can just go to the chapter 2. They read the problem statement, they read the summary table or diagram in chapter 2. So they understand what you are trying to do, in your research. Okay, so I give you a sample already here. This is a sample. Okay, next. Okay, if you provide key finding or the gap that you found from the literature review, it will help reader understand and illustrate how your research contribute and differ from the previous work. Okay. Okay. So, and for the chapter 3 is like 2 or 3 pages. Not much, but the chapter 3 consists of 3 parts: research design framework, method, and statistical data analysis procedure. Okay. So this is the section in chapter 3. Introduction and overview of your method. Research sample. This is very, very important. Okay, research sample is come from the population. Okay, population that you are going to correct the data and design the sample. Okay. C, research design and or framework. D, method of data collection. E, method for data analysis and synthesis. F, ethical consideration. So if you are in the field of medical or animal and human experience, okay, or testing, okay, experiment or testing, you need to have the F section, which is ethical consideration. Chapter 4 is you are going to write the results of study. Okay, the 2 keywords in this chapter are analysis and result, where the researcher analyze the data collected and present the result in chapter 4. The chapter 4 is perhaps the most important chapter because it is the culmination of all of your effort. Okay, people would like to know what you have found out after spending so many months or so many years. Okay, so what is the big deal? It is a big deal because the finding is the essence of the whole project. Okay, the chapter 4 is a big deal in your research because you will tell the reader the whole project results. 16, number 5, chapter 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 第5章. The chapter 5. Okay, dear Chan. Okay, forget about my Chinese. Chapter 5 has been titled in different ways. So here it is suggests that chapter 5, okay, will be the chapter which has summary, discussion. Okay, I will make a bullet point. Okay, summary, discussion, and recommendation. Okay, you have to check with your institution or maybe UTK or university in China. Okay, on there before title for chapter 5, it is suggested that this chapter consists of the following subsection. Okay, so this subsection in chapter 5. Okay. Okay, next, going to the type of research. So normally there are two types. There are two types of research: quantitative and qualitative. Okay, quantitative and qualitative method. Okay, so how you choose this? How you choose the type of your research? It will depend on your research question, your underlying philosophy of your research, your preference and skill. Okay, your preference and skill. Okay, you need to identify your research. It is quantitative or qualitative, because different, okay, totally different. And okay, this is quite difficult for you, but I like you to read a little bit about this. The basic principle of research design, the four main features of research design. Okay, the four main features of the research design, which are distinct but closely related to ontology. Okay, this is the meaning of ontology. How you, who are the researcher, view the world and the assumption that you make about the nature of the world and of reality. Okay. Epistemology, the assumption that you make about the best way of investigating the world and about reality. Methodology, the way that you group together your research techniques to make coherent picture. Method and technique, what you actually do in order to correct your data and carry out your investigation. Okay, so this is the four main features of your research design. But okay, don't mind a lot about this basic principle. Please go back to page 17. Okay, just check whether your research is quantitative or qualitative method. Okay, so this is the summary table of the four main principles. Okay, I will not read it all, but because I explained in this slide already. Okay, so you can read it again because it is okay. I will talk about the quantitative first. Okay, the quantitative research first. Okay, the quantitative data is about quantity or number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you are going to correct a data that consists of a lot of quantity or number. Anyway, in an opposite, the qualitative data is about the nature of the thing investigated and tend to be word rather than number. So not many number in qualitative data. In qualitative data, you're going to interview, ask the question from the respondent, from the expert, and try to write the summary that you found from an interview, okay, or from the previous paper review, and write the summary in the chapter 4. From my experience and from my opinion, the qualitative data is more difficult than quantitative data. Okay, qualitative data is more difficult than quantitative data. So you need to check your research. It is quantitative or qualitative. Okay, there are two types. There are two types of research. Okay. And after, okay, I will enlarge it. And after you choose the type of research, okay, after you choose the type of research, okay, that may be influenced by your colleague, your advisor, your view, your organization approach, your supervisor brief, and on from your own experience. Okay, maybe influenced by the type of research. But there is no right or wrong answer. No right or wrong answer to choose your research method. Okay, you have to have your own confidence when you choose the type of your research. Anyway, how you can make your own confidence? Reading, only reading will help you to make a decision. Okay, to make your decision on choosing the research method. Okay, if you did not read anything, I can say you are wrong from the study of doing the research. Okay, whatever approach you choose for your research, you need to consider 5 questions. First, okay, 5 questions that you have to consider. Okay, this is the 5 questions. I will change to number. Okay, first, what is the unit of analysis? For example, country, company, or individual? Are you relying on universal theory or local knowledge? Will your result be generalization or generalizable and produce universally applicable result, or are there local factors that will affect your result? Will theory or data come first? Will your study be cross-sectional or longitudinal? Will you verify or falsify a theory? Okay, so approach you choose, you need to consider these 5 questions. Okay, these 5 questions. And talking about the quantitative approach again. Okay, so for the quantitative approach, you attempt to explain phenomena by collecting and analyzing, this is a keyword, numerical data. Okay, so this is a keyword. Quantitative is to analyzing numerical data. Okay, how can I do this one? Okay, I tried to connect this one. Okay, here. Let's see here. Okay. Analyzing numerical data. Okay, this is a keyword for quantitative. Okay, this is a keyword for quantitative. Tell you if there is a difference, but not necessarily why. And the next keyword is data collected. Are always numerical and analyzing using statistical method. Okay, the red highlight is my keyword for the quantitative methods. Okay, variables are controlled as much as possible. Okay, randomization to reduce subjective bias. There are no number involved. It's not quantitative. So quantitative is numerical data. Okay, numerical data. Okay. Again, for quantitative data, data source include survey where there are a large number of respondents. Okay, you need to go to collect a data, especially where you have used a Liger scale here. Observation from survey or observation, okay, or from secondary data. From secondary data. The secondary data is mean the data you can correct from the book, from the journal, from a case study, from a big organization research that they did it before, and you can choose that data for your secondary data. But I suggest you that you need to have a primary data. Okay, a primary data. A primary data is a data that you did or you done by a survey or observation. Okay, observation. And again, for secondary data is like, for example, government data. Okay, all the data from the book. Okay, from a statistical agency. Okay, so analysis technique include hypothesis testing, correlation, and cluster analysis. Okay, we are talking about the quantitative already. So how to collect data? This is quite important. Okay, you know the structure of the research already. Okay, let me have some water a little bit. Anyway, during I have some water, I want to ask you one question. How many chapters for thesis? You can write out in chart. Let me know. Where can how many chapters in research? In thesis. Okay, this is my question. Please answer in the chat. So I can know that you follow me. How many chapters in thesis? Please help me answer this question. By very quiet. How many chapters? 1 or 2 or 3? Good, good. Thank you, Gao Cheng. Mr. Gao Cheng. Very, very good. Good. Okay, so the next question. How many types of research? Sorry for wrong spelling. How many types of research? 2, good. It is quantitative. They are quantitative research and qualitative. Very good. Thank you for your answer. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to how to collect data. How to collect data. Okay. So, okay, this is like what quantitative research worry about. Quantitative research worry about. Okay, when you did design that you are going to do quantitative research, normally you are worried about my sample size is big enough. Have I used the correct statistical test? Have I reduced the likelihood of making type 1 or type 2 error? Okay, this is a statistical knowledge. Okay, so I will not explain in this class because you have to go to study in statistics class. Okay, are my results generalizable? Are my result reproducible? Am I measuring things the right way? This is the question from quantitative researcher. Okay. What's wrong with quantitative research? Something can be measured. Okay. Don't forget, something can be measured, like love. Okay, I want to talk to someone. Okay, I saw Mr. Cheng and Mr. James. Okay, Mr. Cheng, Mr. James, can you talk to me? Can you turn on microphone? You are in office? Can you talk? Thank you. Okay, Mr. James, you can talk to me because I can see only four person from here. Okay, Mr. Cheng, I want to ask you, if we talking about love, you know love. You think love can be measured or not? Yeah, write out too. I want to ask this question. Love can be measured or not? What do you think? How about other opinion? You can turn on your microphone and talk to me. How about your opinion, Mr. Chen?
Yeah. Yes. Hello.
You can yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Nice to talk to you.
I think in this question, I think the love can't be measured. Love cannot. Yeah. Love cannot be numbered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this.
Like if you like a scale like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 is I love you too much, right? But when you go to collect this data from maybe your girlfriend,
Yeah, we cannot. I cannot.
How much you love me? What do you think your girlfriend will answer to you? I don't know. I love you so much. Right? I love you so much. Like, but I cannot use how score. Okay. 10, 9. Okay, I cannot tell you, but I love you with all my heart. Your girlfriend told you. So
Yeah.
thank you for talking with me. So
Thank you.
thank you. For the quantitative, okay, quantitative research, something can be measured. Okay, something can be measured. Like I give an example. Okay, I love. Okay, maybe other researchers can argue to me that love can be measured, but from my opinion, love can be measured because it's from your heart. It's not about the number. Okay, so and for some numerical data or quantitative research, okay, sorry for this one, doesn't tell you why can be impersonal, no engagement with human behavior or individual. Okay, like my sample, when you're going to ask the measure of love, so it's like about behavior. Okay, it's not cannot measure to be a kilogram, kilometer. Okay, using a Likert scale cannot. Okay. Okay, maybe something about you can tell a version of the truth or lie. Okay, so something is cannot be measured. So be careful about the question that you're going to ask for your result, because this is a keyword for this slide. Something can be measured. Okay, for the quantitative research. Okay. Okay, so I will skip this one. Okay. So this slide, I found a lot of error from my role for the head committee for the thesis defense about the sample size. Okay. So the sample size come from the calculation. Okay, from the calculation. Okay, so in the research study, normally we have many theory about the sample size calculation, but the most famous for the master student is Taro Yamane. So this is the formula for the Taro Yamane. Okay, n is a sample, small n is sample, a big N is a population. Okay, 1 plus population A powered by 2. Okay, so this is a sample. Okay, so this formula was used to calculate the sample size. Okay, a sample size, and the E is a confidence level or probability are assumed. Okay, so E here. So let's see the sample. Like if we're talking about the population in Beijing or in Shanghai, I don't know how many population in Beijing. Okay, so the population in Beijing is the big N. And if we want to know something from the population in Beijing, we cannot go to collect all the sample. Okay, let me find out. Population in Beijing. Okay. Okay. I found it already. The population in Beijing 2020 is estimated about this one. Okay, this is the estimation in Beijing 2020. So 19 million. Okay, let's say 19 million. Okay, so we want to collect a sample at the 95% confidence. Okay, so E equal 105. Okay, so if we calculate the sample, okay, if we calculate the sample, we use this one. Okay. Oh, sorry. 19 million divided by 1 plus 19 million, sorry. Okay, multiply by 1.5. Okay, power by 2. Okay. No, sorry. Super case, sentence case. Okay. So this is the formula. Okay. N. I will say N. N is a sample. N is a sample. Okay. So how many samples at the confidence 95%? If you want to collect a data from the Beijing population, okay, I will calculate it. Wait a minute. Plus 1. Okay, plus 1. Multiply. Okay. Okay, plus 1. Okay, sorry for this. Good at. Okay. Okay, so this is a formula. Okay. I will not calculate this one because my calculator is not good. Okay, like 20 million. Okay, like this is 20 million. Okay, and we reduce number to 2000 So this is like if population in Beijing city is 2000. Okay, so when we are going to collect, we use the Yamane formulation. Okay, formula. So you have to collect 333 farmers. Okay, so this is a calculation. So okay, I will reduce it. I will cut this one off. Okay. So the sample size is very important. Okay, sample size is very important. You need to use the formula. Okay, I told you already that there are many formula in this world for calculating a sample size, but the Yamane is the most famous. Okay, the most famous. So this is a table. Okay, maybe you don't calculate it. You can use this table. Like you can see here, the size of population, the size of population. Okay, let's see if like more than 100,000 and with the 95 confidential. Okay, with the 95 confidential. Okay, you can go down to see here. You can go down to see here. So you can see this is the number that you're going to collect. 400 sample. You need to collect 400. Okay. 400 sample. Okay, you need to correct 400 sample. So the sample size is depend on the population. It depends on the population. It depends on the confidence that you are choosing, that you choose. And you can use this table. If the population is 500, like many researchers want to prove something in your school, and your school have just only 500 students. And with the confidence, 95% confidence, you can collect 222 sample. Okay, sample. So this is the way you choose your sample. Okay. Okay. Anyway, after you design your research problem, you do a literature review, you design, you know your population, and you calculate a sample. Now you go to develop a questionnaire. Okay. So what is a questionnaire? The questionnaire is very important for your research because it is a tool for collecting information to describe, compare, or explain an event or situation, as well as knowledge, attitude, behavior, and all society demographic characteristic on a particular target group. So I just read it very fast. This is a questionnaire. It's a tool for collecting data. Okay. Before design a questionnaire, your approach should take consideration of your topic, who you want to survey, the type of information you want, your budget, your money in your pocket, how quickly you need information. Don't forget how quickly you need information. If you're going to collect 400 people, okay, 400 samples, it's a lot. It's very tired thinking when you take a questionnaire to interview your friend 10 minutes, or you ask someone to fill an online questionnaire on the internet. Some people may say, no, I don't have time. No, and no. And then, oh, my thesis, how can I do my thesis? No one answer my questionnaire. Be aware of this. If you design a very difficult questionnaire, you will get no, 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 I don't have time. No, no, no. Tired. Go home and do your work. No study anymore. Your thesis will not finish. Okay? So be aware of your budget and how easy to collect your information. Okay, and I talk a bit about the questionnaire design already. It's a systematic process also, okay, in which the researcher contemplate various question format, consider a number of factors characterizing the survey at hand, okay, ultimately word the various question very carefully and organize the question name layout carefully. Use a simple word. Okay, use a simple word. Okay, this is a 10 step to a good survey design. Identify what you want to cover in the survey. Put questions that are necessary. Keep it short and simple. Ask one question at a time. Avoid using jargon, open-end question or closed-end question. Spend time to design your survey. Analyze the response after collecting. Put a summary report together. Conclude your plan of action. This is a 10-step guideline before you go to survey. So this is the procedure of development of your questionnaire. Specify what information will be sought, determine, okay, determine the type of questionnaire and method of administration, determine the content of individual question, determine the form of response to each question, determine the wording of each question, determine a measure of internal consistency that we call Hornbrush alpha test. Okay, Hornbrush alpha test. So this is this method I will not teach in this session. You have to go to ask your advisor, okay, and your statistical teacher. How we do a Hornbrush alpha test to make your questionnaire reliable. Okay, type of question. There are two types of question: open and closed question. Okay, so this is a sample of open-end question. Open-end question, like this one. Okay, what are your expectation requirement for this product? And you give a blank paragraph for them to answer what you expect. They will not answer you. The open-end question is very difficult. Okay, difficult for you to get the answer. It's very difficult for you to get the answer. So I recommend you to use the closed-end question. Okay, this is a sample of the closed-end question. Okay, this is the sample. Yeah, this is a closed-end question. Okay. Have you been stressed lately? Yes or no? Just ask them to tick on the box that you provide on the questionnaire. Don't use the open question. You will get nothing when you are using the open-end question. Okay. So like this one, this is the closed question. Okay, this is a closed-end question. You may use the type of multiple choice question, use the Likert scale. Okay, like the website was easy to navigate, strongly and disagree, neutral, agree, and strongly agree. Okay, this is we call Liger scale. We call Liger scale. Okay, strongly agree, strongly disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree. Okay. Checklist type. Okay, checklist type like this one. Which of the following would you like to see in the showroom? Sport, utility vehicle, sedan, hatchback, convertible, all of both. This is a sample of close-end question. Try to use this type of question. Okay, or rank order like this. Rank order like this. Okay, rank order like this. Or like this one, rating scale. Okay, rating scale. Waiting time, very poor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. Okay, when you go to maybe pay your bill, okay, pay your bill at the mobile front shop in the department store. Maybe they ask you, how about the waiting time? Excellent. Okay, just get in and you have a queue. Not a long queue. Okay, you wait just only 2 seconds. So you tick here, 7, excellent. Okay, this is a sample of writing skill. Okay, this is a common mistake when you design questionnaire. What might be wrong with this question? What was first thing you had today? What was first thing? Okay, maybe you have water and coffee together. You can say this, that those are your first thing. Okay, so try to avoid a common mistakes. Avoid a common mistake. Okay, like this one. What might be wrong with this question? What is your age group? You can see. You cannot tick sometimes. Okay, because okay, you can see the different one. Yeah, what you can see. If you are 18 and if you are 30, which box you're going to tick? Okay, like you are 30. Which box? So try to avoid a common mistake like this. This is wrong. This is true. Okay, this is your like. Okay. This is a sample. Okay, these are sample 2. Okay, excellent, very good, good, average, poor. Okay, what might be wrong with this question? Option should be balanced. Should be balanced. You can see excellent, very good, good. Excellent, very good, good. There are 3 good in this answer. Just only 1 poor. Okay, just only 1 poor. This is not good. Okay, this is also should not have NA in your question. Okay, for demographic, for your respondent and your sample, you need to know how opinion and behavior will cross different category of people. Okay, maybe you need to design a gender, age, income, education level, political belief, put at end of instrument for easy answer. Okay, because when you ask about political belief, when you ask about gender and age, people don't want to answer. Maybe, okay, maybe, okay. So try to think about this one when you are going to ask about age, political belief, or income. Not many people want to give the answer to this question. Okay, okay, Jason, are you there? Jason,
Yes, sir.
I want to take about 15-minute break. I think the participant may be tired, and also me.
Okay, sir.
Take a 15-minute break, and we back at 3 o'clock in Bangkok. So
Okay.
let's tell the participant to take a 15-minute break for me. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. 好，休息15分钟，大家。
哦，对，面面的。啊，好，这是用说啦。对。师兄已经交代了。
这是这样写的，但是你文件都成块了啊。没写的。
李阳同学，你这边麦克风没关，你关一下好吧？不好意思啊。
咱才不好嘞，不用心疼。
喂，李阳同学，好的。
Okay. Hello, I'm back.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yeah. Hello, Miss Jan, John, very nice. I can see your camera, very nice. Miss Jan, Chen. Where do you stay? Miss Jan? Where do you stay? Miss Jan Chen, you can turn on microphone.
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Yeah, where do you live now? In what city? You tell me? Where do you live now? Miss Venture? Miss Jan? Where do you live?
Sorry, teacher. Maybe she is a little bit nervous. But
Okay.
I know she living in Yunnan province.
In what
Yunnan
city?
province.
Yunnan.
Yunnan, yeah, it's nearly.
Yunnan. Okay, okay.
Yunnan, yeah, it's
Okay.
nearly with Thailand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Near to the north of Thailand.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Okay. Okay. Good. Actually, I also close to Chinese people because how to say my grandfather, mother come from China.
Really?
I'm the fourth generation.
Yeah.
You know, the Thai and Chinese is close together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are close together. Okay. Good. Okay, so let me continue the teaching. Okay. So I hope you can see my slides. Right. Jason, can you see my slide, Jason?
Yes, sir, I can see.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are going to talk about the collect data. Okay, collect data for your research. Okay, so maybe this is the type of the collecting your questionnaire. Maybe you do it by yourselves. You send it by the postal, by the online, electronic. Maybe you're going to ask face to face or by telephone. But depend on your budget, depend on your time. Okay, depend on your budget and depend on your time. Okay, so like for the self-completed, a little bit tired if you're going to collect 400 sample. Okay. Okay, so this is the base designed for measuring variable with numerous value and response category, investigating attitude and opinion not usually observable, describing characteristics of a large population. Okay, this is a good for this type, but a little bit tight for a lot of respondents. Okay, cost and item limited to the researcher. Okay, so for the self-completed, you need to clarify with understood item. Okay, adjust for differences in respondent. Okay, yeah. explain ambiguity, not suitable for all audiences, like for young children, for visually impaired, for learning leading disability. So this self-completed is not suitable for all audiences like young children, visually impaired, learning leading disability. So how to obtain valid information when you go to ask a question? Ask purposeful question, ask concrete question, use time period based on importance of the question, use conventional language, use complete sentence, use shorter question. Okay. How to obtain valid information? Avoid abbreviation, avoid two-edged question, avoid negative question, adapt question used successfully in other questionnaire. Okay, maybe we can copy from other questionnaire from the previous one. Okay, you don't need to write the all new one by yourself. You can use successfully in other questionnaire, just for questionnaire, not in your paper. You understand? Because copy in your paper we call plagiarism. So you will be expelled from university if you copy other work, other paper. Okay? If you give an improper reference, that is very bad thing for the thesis study. Okay? So the word to avoid in questionnaire development, okay, maybe you develop questionnaire in Chinese version, but this is for the English. Okay, this word anybody, best, ever, every, never, all are all extreme absolute. Okay, I will not say about the language because maybe the questionnaire you collect in China, you use the Chinese. Okay, I will skip this one, but I will say that you have to use a short question, and use a clear question. You may use a previous questionnaire to be your own questionnaire in some question, and do a contrast analysis. Okay. You may try to use a computer assist and web-based for collect your data. Okay. You may use an interview. Okay. Interview may be suit for both quantitative and qualitative. Okay. But for the unstructured or in-depth, it's suit for exploratory research. Okay. Either with one person or in focus group. Interview, normally we use open-end item. Okay, interview we use open-end item question. Okay. Anyway, it cannot standardize. Anyway, it's good for complex situation for an interview. Okay. The interview response rate tend to be higher with face-to-face interviewer. Okay, when you go to collect your questionnaire by interview, the response rate is a little bit high. Okay, but the issue is you take more time. Just only small sample. You don't have time. To go to interview 100 respondents and higher cost. Be careful. Okay. The most popular, use telephone. Less costly, less time, less subjective to the interviewer. Often connected with the computer. Okay. Maybe telephone, computer can prove for information and clarification. 3 holes about 20 minutes. Okay. Regardless of survey type, construct in a way allow for candidate answer accurately, consistently, addresses goal, hypothesis, research question. So your questionnaire should be construct to allow for candidate answer. Okay. This is an instruction. Before of each section, you should include clear instruction. Okay, clear instruction. Beginning of each section, you have to write a clear instruction. What are you going to ask? What are you going to know? Okay, disclose needed information for respondent to decide whether to complete the survey. Okay. Okay. For some people, they don't want to write name, ID, okay, or maybe the confidence information like date of birth or income. So be carefully about this question. Okay. Okay, this is the instruction. Give an information about questionnaire term. Be consistent with instruction and format. A little variation might break up routine. Avoid ambiguity, confusion, and vagueness. Make sure it is absolutely clear what you are asking and how you want it answered. Avoid indefinite word or response category. Okay. Avoid asking questions beyond a response capability. Okay. I think this is quite difficult to explain, but avoid asking questions beyond a respondent capability. Okay, because people may have cognitive limitation, especially when it comes to memory of past events. Okay, it is pointless to ask people about things that are not natural way for them to think. Okay, sometimes when you're going to ask about the cause, about the belief of cause, something like that. Okay, be careful. Okay, so for your questionnaire, after you design a questionnaire, whether closed or open-end question, you have to do a Cronbach alpha test. Okay, a Cronbach alpha test is a measure of internal consistency in your question. I will not explain in detail because it takes about more than 3 hours. But when you design a questionnaire, you have to go to consult with your advisor and ask him or her about the reliability test using a Cronbach alpha test. Okay, if you do this test, your questionnaire is ready to ask 100 people. Okay, if you do not do this, don't go to ask many people. Okay, this is a sample of Cronbach alpha test line. Question 1, you ask about gender, male, female, and you ask 3 experts. Expert 1 give 1, so it means this question is okay. It's okay. Okay. So if he say it's not okay, he will write down here for not agree with you. Okay. You have to go to study about the Cronbach alpha test. Okay. It's not difficult, but you need to apply when you are going to design your questionnaire. Okay. And a lot of the survey platform that you can use. Okay, I don't know the platform in China, but this is like we use in Thailand. Google Doc, free online survey, monkey survey. So we use this kind of platform for online survey. Okay, and the second approach, qualitative approach. Okay. Any research that does not involve numerical data. Okay, the result that does not involve numerical data we call qualitative approach. Okay, instead we use word, picture, photo, video, audio recording, field note, generality, people, or word for the qualitative approach. So the keyword is the qualitative approach doesn't involve numeric data. Okay, I will write down here. Okay, this is the second approach, second type of research. Okay, so this is one. This is the type of qualitative research method. One-to-one interview, focus group, ethnographic research, case study research, record keeping. Okay, so use the secondary observation, secondary data observation or qualitative observation. Okay. So for gathering qualitative, okay, I write down qualitative data. Okay, tend to yield rich data to explore how and why things happen. Don't need large sample size. Don't need large sample size because if you like it, you don't want to go to collect 100 people or 400 people. You use qualitative data because you will interview like a small group, maybe 30 people is enough. Okay, 30 people is enough for qualitative data. Okay, some issues may arise, such as respondent providing inaccurate or false information or saying what they think the researcher want to hear. Ethical issue may be more problematic as the researcher is usually the closer to participant. Like you are going to ask your girlfriend, your father, your mother, your brother. Maybe you receive a wrong answer because it's too close to you. Okay, researcher objectivity may be more difficult to achieve. Okay, source of qualitative data. Okay, from this photo, okay, from this photo. Interview, focus group, okay, ethnographic research, case study research, record keeping, qualitative observation. Okay, secondary data including diary, self-reporting, written account of past event, direct observation, ethnography. Okay, I told you already. Analyzing qualitative data. Okay, I think many students love to interview this one and to use this approach. Okay, there are many types of qualitative data: content analysis, cloud data analysis, social network analysis, discourse analysis, narrative analysis, conversation analysis. Okay, you can go and study the qualitative research again in the course, in the master course. Okay, I cannot explain on this topic about the qualitative data here because it will take a lot of time. So example of the qualitative, okay? I will use this word because it is the abbreviation that we normally use in graduate school. Example of qualitative research. Okay, we just use the abbreviation. Okay, so this is the example. Describe and comparing two types of audio guides: person-led and technology-led. Geolocated audio to enable public informal learning of historical events. Data source: questionnaire, researcher observation, and small focus group. Okay, so for the chapter 3 and chapter 4, After you do a problem statement, industry overview in chapter 1, you did a literature review in chapter 2, and you have to provide a data analysis in chapter 3. Okay, and also the essence content, I told you already in chapter 4. You have to write the results of your research. You have to write the result of data analysis and your finding. Okay, so this all in chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4. Okay, for data analysis and finding, the summarization in chapter 4, like you may do a comparisons of the two different work, differences, similarity of the work, issue surrounding, participant engagement, thematic analysis, mode of delivery, number of participants and social interaction, geographical importance of place and location, user experience, opportunity for learning, and other factors. Okay, you may write down about this content in chapter 4. Okay, so what qualitative researcher worry about? Okay, worry about, have I coded my data correctly? Have I managed to capture the situation in a realistic manner? Have I described the context in sufficient detail? Have I managed to see the world through the eye of my participants? Is my approach practical and able to change? It is the worry about quant researcher worry about. Okay, what's wrong with the quant research? It can be very subjective because when you're going to interview people, okay, people on the street, people in your organization, people in your family, maybe they are subjective. They may answer directly. They may behind their opinion. Like when you're going to ask them about the political issue, okay, about their belief, maybe it's very subjective. They will not give you the right answer. What they are thinking about. So be careful. It can always be repeated. It can't always be generalizable. It can always give you definite answer in the way that quantitative research can. It can be easier to carry out, bad, poor quality research than bad. Okay, where is my PowerPoint? What happened? Wait. My PowerPoint is up here. Sorry a little bit. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I don't know what happened to my PowerPoint. Jason?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you still hear me? Okay. I don't know what happened to the Zoom because it's turned off everything in my computer. Okay, I repeat it again.
Yes, you can try again.
Okay, wait for a minute. I will share it again.
Okay, now it's okay, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's continue our session. Okay, what's wrong with the core research? I talked about this already. So let's go to tool and method used in the research. Okay, so when you're going to collect data, okay, we are talking about the sample, okay, but the tools that you have to use in your research. There are many tools that you have to use in your research. Okay, start from the chapter 2, a literature review, a case study, a survey, and then go to the chapter 3, okay, research design, interview, focus group, statistic, dissertation. This is the sample of two that you may use in your research, but not all. You have to choose. You have to choose. Okay. Okay. For static, okay, let's see this one. Static. Okay. Let's see this one. We are going to talking about the static. Okay. Statistic. Okay. Statistic. Statistic. We are going to talking about the introduction of statistics, that this is an important tool for you for analyzing your data. Okay, if you don't understand the statistic, you have to go back to study a statistic carefully. Okay, because statistical tool is an important tool in a thesis. Okay. Okay. Normally there are two types of statistics. One is descriptive. Okay. Second is statistical inference. Okay. There are two main types. There are two main types of the statistics: descriptive and statistical inference. Okay, for the thesis, for the master thesis, you have to have at least one of these two: t-test regression or multiple regression, ANOVA, ANCOVA, or if you are good at statistics, you can use hard analysis using the software called SEM or AMOS. Okay, so depend on you. You have to choose. You have to choose statistical technique. Yeah, you have to go back to study a lot about statistics. So this is a sample. And in the other field, maybe we use the data mining technique. Okay. Data mining technique or big data analytics. Okay, so this is a little bit difficult for you, for the student in business administration area, but for some area today, they use a path analysis and use a data mining technique. Okay, so why you have to learn statistics? Why you have to learn? Because in the research, not just in the research, in today business world, statistics has these important specific issues, have important specific use. Because we use statistics to summarize business data, to draw conclusion from those data you collect from sample, to make reliable reliable forecast about business activity. You use your statistic result to improve your business processes. Okay. And this is, I talked already about your questionnaire design. You have to do a validity test, reliability test, and trustworthiness. Okay. It's a little bit, how to say, a lot of detail about this statistic, a validity test, reliability test. I suggest you to go back to study statistics for this topic. Okay, this is a summarization. There are two branches, okay? Branches of statistics, descriptive and inferential statistics that I told you already. Okay, and repeat again, for data analysis, before you can do a data analysis, you have to understand the terminology about the population and sample. That I explained to you already, that you need to know population, you need to understand how to calculate a sample. I give you a Yamane formulation and give an example already. Okay, you need to go back to review how you calculate a sample from a population. This slide I want you to repeat again before you going to do data analysis. You must gather a proper sample by calculating a sample from population. Okay, and when you do data analysis and design a questionnaire, you have to know some definition. Okay, some definition about the variable. Okay, about the variable. About the variable. There are 4 types of variables that you use in your questionnaire. Okay, you will study about this variable and the type of variable in the statistic course. Okay, the 4 types of variable are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Okay, please go back to study this definition of variable in statistic course again. Okay, in statistic course again. I state my word. Okay, and I want to repeat again. Statistic is very important for your thesis study. Okay, because if your committee, I will ask a lot of data analysis in your thesis. Okay, so okay, population and sample, I told you already. This is a sample of this descriptive. Okay, yeah, sample of descriptive. Okay, the first one is frequency distribution. For example, yeah, if you collect a data like this, okay, you collect a data like this, how you present in your master thesis? How you present in your master thesis? You may present like relative frequency table. So relative frequency table is descriptive statistic. You may use histogram or frequency distribution. So this, So this is a descriptive statistic. Okay, they have what? They have a mode, an average, a left tail, a right tail. So normally you must have this summarize of data in a form of frequency table, in a histogram, okay, in a relative frequency distribution. Okay, so Anyway, for the second group, inferential statistics. Okay, so I think you are quite confused because I'm talking about statistics already, and it is very important for your research. Okay, the data analysis part is quite important. So for designing a statistical study, this is a guideline. The sixth step for statistical study. Okay, I told you already, you need to understand the definition of variable, because the first step, you have to identify the variable of interest and the population of the study. Develop a detailed plan for collecting data. If you use a sample, make sure the sample is representative of the population. Collect the data, describe the data, interpret the data, and make decisions about the population using inferential statistics. Okay, I told you for the master thesis. Okay, for the master thesis, you better use inferential statistics. If you use only descriptive statistics, you will not pass the thesis exam. You will not pass the thesis exam. Okay. So, talking about the method of data collection, okay, we have observational study, we have an experiments, we have simulation, we have survey. For the business administration and social science study, normally we use observation study, we use a survey. Okay, we use a survey. Okay. For the science, for the engineer, they use an experiments and simulation in their study for the method of data collection. Okay, again, in business administration area or social science area, they normally use observation study and a survey. Okay, and this is the way how you collect a sample. Okay, we have many types of how to collect a sample. The first one is we call stratified sample. Second one is cluster sample. Again, I will not explain in detail because you will study this method again in statistics course. The third one is we call systematic sample. The fourth one is we call convenience sample. And normally students love this fourth method, convenience sample. You collect the data based on your convenience. Based on your convenience, it means depend based on your time, based on your budget, based on your area you live. So we call convenience sample. Okay. Okay. I will not repeat this again because it's the taxonomy of statistics. Okay, I will delete it. Okay. For the summary, for today. Okay. I will go back to this one again. Okay, go back to this one again. Okay, class student session. I would like to summarize again before we are going to Q&A session. Okay, the structure of thesis. We have 5 chapters. Chapter 1. This is a section in chapter 1. We have chapter 2, which consists of a literature review. And in chapter 2, you have to provide a review framework. You have to provide a table of literature review. Okay. This is a sample. Okay, you have to provide a key finding in chapter 2 from your summarization of literature review. Chapter 3, normally they have 3 sections: research design framework, method, and statistical data analysis procedure. Okay, all these maybe a little bit too details. For the thesis, you need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but for the IS, you may have only 3. Okay, you may have only 3. For the chapter 4, the most important chapter, okay, the most important chapter, because it's a big deal, because the finding is the essence of the whole project. And the last one, the chapter 5, you have to write the summary, discussion, and recommendation. Okay, and recommendation. Okay, so I think we are going to the end of my presentation. So let's go to the Q&A session. Q&A session. Okay. Okay, Jason, I will ask you for the motivator. Okay, in this session for the Q&A session. Jason, are you there? Jason.
真的是要从
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Can you help me?
Yes.
To be a moderator in the Q&A session? Thank you.
Okay.
So any question in this session?
有人有问题吗？关于这个部分？ I think no, have the.
it's not good for study. I'm talking a little bit fast. Okay. What we are going to do, Jason, is location.
Yes, sir. Maybe you can finish.
Okay. Anyway, I hope to see you in Thailand soon after the COVID pandemic. Okay, and I hope and I wish you success for your life in education and your career. Okay, so if no question, I would like to close the session and thank you all for join this study, okay, about the research preparation. And I would like to say, if I say anything mistake too fast, I want to say apologize for this. Okay. I want to say thank you, share to all participants, and see you in Thailand. I want to go to China also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
บ๊ายบาย สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
Yeah. Very nice. Where are you going, Yong? Miss Yong.
I'm in China.
Ah,
Welcome to China.
yeah, I want to go to China. I want to go to how to say a big ball.
Yeah,
A great ball.
I come from Yunnan, Kunming.
Oh, see, I can take a train to Kunming from Vientiane.
Near Bangkok.
I see. Yeah, I hope
Thank
to
you,
go.
teacher. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you all. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you all.